Well, if you like a campy vibe, non-stop quips and jokes, then this is the movie for you.
And here we go.
Superman is literally about nothing. It's unfortunate to say I had high hopes for this movie. The film started off very strong. It built the world in which we live. We didn't have to get Superman's backstory, history, no coming of age stuff. He's full-blown Superman. So he's well into his character and who he is, or at least he's supposed to be. We get a nice little fight scene where we get caught up. It's in a Deadpool-esque kind of way. They kind of catch us up to his current situation, which he's losing the fight. After this fight, the question comes up of if Superman has the right to interfere in international affairs, and he's being looked at as an illegal alien, which comes off real heavy-handed. But then later on in the film, they completely drop that plot line. So there's that. The film is all over the place tonally with no through line. There's no character development. There is only jokes. Literally every 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, there is a joke in here. Krypto is overused. He should have been gone when they introduced a certain character. That character should have removed him earlier in the movie. The movie went too big. I was scared this was going to happen, and it did. It went too big, too many characters to balance, and they all came off as the same person. Superman's jokey. Lois Lane is jokey. Everywhere you turn, every character. At the third act of the movie, it just literally becomes a parody of itself. So overall, the movie was tonally imbalanced. Some of the jokes did land. I will admit that. Some of the fight scenes were pretty good, but the fight scene with Ultraman was underwhelming. The fight scene with the girl who has the little nano stuff on her body, underwhelming. The climax, underwhelming. Nothing is of consequence. You have an event that happens that is easily wrapped up, and then they have a little end credit joke about it, and yeah. So I'd give this movie 2 out of 5 stars. Go watch Man of Steel. Now here's the PSA for Warner Brothers and DC. Stop all production. Please. Halt all productions on any other superhero film until you figure out who these characters are and present them as such. People will look back on this and say, Man of Steel was a magnum opus. I don't know why you hire talented actors to play these characters and then don't give them good scripts to portray that character.
Hey, buddy, eyes up here.
So this film was all over the place tonally. The characters made dumb decisions. Lex Luthor is supposed to be one of the smartest characters in DC, yet he makes a dumbass decision. The only way he beats Superman is because he had Ultraman, who's a clone of himself and is pretty much forecasted to be Bizarro. The only way he beats him is because he has bots that Luthor can call out chess moves to have his clone beat him up, which is dumb. It's like he's not overpowering him, and at the end of the film, all he had to do was have Krypto, who didn't need to be there, fucking destroy the bots, and then he won because of some fucking bots that needed to be destroyed. Are you serious? Luthor is so smart that the biggest weakness in his master plan is that some robots, some flying robots that had eyes on the fight got destroyed, and then that's the end of the fight. It was so stupid. So you have that. Superman in this film is not presented as the symbol of hope. He's supposed to portray hope, kindness, compassion, and they overcorrected from the Man of Steel, which was dark and gritty, to super campy. And it's just like, come on now, you overcorrected. Now we on the side of the road flipped over. It's so many plots thrown together here. It doesn't even come together well. Like I said earlier, they bring up he's a legal alien. They question that. They don't resolve that, because then all of a sudden he turns himself in. He's captured. A man is murdered. Metamorpho is one of the weirdest characters. He's probably by far the worst characterized person. There was no reason to have his kid there to be a plot device, but they had him there, whatever, show villain. All right, cool. But then it comes to once they get it breakout, Superman saves his kid. Metamorpho says, I can't take my kid because of the form I'm in, which is the bottom half of his body is gas. Later on in that sequence, he's able to hold on to Superman and keep him from going into a black hole. And then even later in the film, he's able to gas in the bottom with his bottom half made of gas, able to make solid objects and crush other objects with a hammer. And it's just like, wait, but you couldn't pick up your kid to take him to safety? It made no sense. Literally, Superman could have said, hey, you hold on to your kid and I'm gonna grab you and we're gonna fly out of here. And then this film is all over the place. So Superman is supposed to be so caring about life and all that stuff. This is towards the end of the film where Superman is finished fighting Ultraman. Then the B team gets sent in by Lex Luthor and they're all people in mech suits. So Superman laser beams all of them, flings them when they dogpile him, and they all fall at least 500 feet from the air.
Oh, come on!
He didn't try to catch not one of them. And it's just like, come on now. If you cared about you wouldn't laser beam regular humans, but whatever, moving on from that. You have characters doing even more dumb shit. So you have Lois Lane being in action scenes when she doesn't need to be. You had literally the whole Daily Planet in Mr. Terrific's aircraft for no reason. Cutting back and forth to them during the final battle so they can type up a story. Shit was so stupid, convoluted. Then you have Superman being ousted by Lex Luthor because Lex Luthor had broken to the Fortress of Solitude and somehow the lady repaired the broken memory of his parents and quote unquote uncovered the rest of the message that said that he was supposed to be there to destroy them. And for some reason, everybody just believed this the same day it was put out. Everybody's immediate reaction was, oh, now he just saved us, but now we're going to turn on him after he just saved us because we saw this one interview. We don't have any concrete. We didn't listen to all of it because when it was sent to everybody, it was live. So there's no way anybody had full context of what they were talking about. Everybody just flips on a dime. Nobody's like, you know what, I'm reserved. Nobody was like, you know what, I'm still on his side because he just saved me. Everybody just flipped and was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, he's a bad person now. And then he was about to fight Guy Gardner. Like, this all was stupid. So that plot line goes through the movie. And the way that's resolved is because Jimmy Olsen just so happened to be dating Lex Luthor's hot girlfriend, which is a far ass fucking stretch. If you see Jimmy Olsen in here, you're just like, there's no way you had that girl. I digress. He gets info from her because she's taking selfies of evidence, which was dumb as fuck, but whatever. And that's presented to the world at the end of the movie where everybody switches on the dime again. And it's like, oh, you know what? Now Lex Luthor is bad. He's a disgrace. And all this stuff happens. There's no real timeline here. You don't understand what's going on. The movie, it starts off at a medium pace and then it moves at breakneck speed all the way through to the end. And it's just like, wait, slow down here. Juggling too many characters. So now Lex Luthor is disgraced and he's off to jail. So everybody's back. And it doesn't really say that everybody's back on Superman's side. It's just Lex Luthor's the bad guy now. We still haven't resolved the illegal alien issue and him interfering in international affairs. But yet the Justice Gang goes and interferes in international affairs, which they were reluctant to do earlier. So what the hell? Why even have that plot line in there? It's so stupid. And it's just like, yo, come on now. Y'all put too much stuff together. So you have Superman just shortly after Lex Luthor captured his dog, comes home at night. Lois is there. Lois is talking to him about his day. talking to him about the dog, that she didn't know he had a dog, and he's saying it's a foster dog situation, going over how he's feeling and all this stuff. And there's a battle with the Justice Gang going on in the back, and she's like playfully talking to him about, hey, you didn't want to go help out with that battle over there? And then he's like, oh, nah, they got it. And, and it's played for laughs rather than playing it for, hey, you know what? I'm feeling down and out, and I don't know if I can mentally do it right now. Emotionally, I'm struggling right now, and I don't know if I can be of any help. Now, had they done that and not undercut every scene with a fucking joke, it would have played better. But that's not what we get. We get this jokey ass fucking movie. And I get it. Superman is a lighthearted character, but that doesn't mean he tells fucking jokes. He might tell a joke here and there, but it's well placed. He's one of those Bazinga type characters when he does tell a joke, like, boom, boom, tss. You know, not a rapid fire, boom, 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 boom. Hey, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna come right back at you. He's not one of those kind of characters. It was a missed opportunity. So then there's another scene where Superman just gets out of the pocket dimension that they fought their way out with, that dumbass Metamorpho character and that whole sequence. So he gets out, he's hurt. They take him to his parents' house instead of the Fortress of Solitude for some reason, but whatever. They take him to his parents' house. And while they're at the parents' house, the dad asks Lois Lane if he's gonna be all right. And she says yes. And my brain just exploded. Hang the fuck on. He knew you was Superman way before you even met him. They know of his superpowers, how they work, what needs to be done. They should have been the ones right there. And Lois Lane should have been saying, is he gonna be okay? I'm worried. She shouldn't even been there. She should have been called to the house because she heard of Superman being badly injured. She shouldn't even been with Mr. Terrific. Mr. Terrific should have been on that mission alone to go save Superman. So just for context, Mr. Terrific, Lois Lane, found out that he was in the pocket dimension after Jimmy Olsen told him, and they went to go save Superman. And while in there, they're standing at the edge of the portal in the pocket dimension, and Mr. Terrific is sending out his drones. They didn't even go in there, so there was no point, but whatever. So that's how she ends up back at the house. So yeah, in that scene, they ask her if he's gonna be okay. The dad does, and then the mom is like, oh yeah, he's super worried about him. And it's like, no, you've guys been with him for 30 years plus of his life. You know everything about this man. She knows absolutely nothing. She's only been with him for 3 months per the movie. That was a big fuck you to me in my eyes. To the fans, I hope they do not proceed with any other Superman, any other DC property, because they really need to fix this. They need to find a proper balance with humor and drama. It's been done before countless times. Let's get a little lighter on that humor. It doesn't have to be dark like Man of Steel, but it doesn't have to be campy like this. There's a happy medium here. Let's find it and then move forward. Let's nail one character down and let's lower the scope of the film. All this world-ending, city-smashing stuff where Superman doesn't even have to use his brain. Superman's a smart person, so he should be able to critical think and process of elimination and put things together and do all kind of stuff in order to save the day. But with that being said, like, subscribe, comment, let me know your thoughts on this movie. If you've seen it, what you think, and I'll see you on the next one.